Hello, I am Radagast of True Vision of Peace, and I am here with the ambassador because he has some things he'd like to say. And so, with that short introduction, I will now say hello to the ambassador so that he may speak to you. Hello, ambassador.
Good day, Radagast, and good day, listeners. And I'm calling for an unusual program, and it's based basically on some events that I've been seeing these last days, actually weeks, being coming in front of me, and I felt that I need to have a talk about it because it's time that people basically wake up and understand why sometimes people say that, why don't they release the funds, and we are ready and people are ready and everyone is ready, and all this type of talk. And as I said so many times, that the family is releasing funds all the time and has been also supporting different welfare programs all around the world. Okay. And basically, I was sending to some people a documentary actually made by the North Koreans. And I think this probably is one of the most honest documentaries done on the Western world ever. To sad just that the North Koreans didn't look themselves in the mirror, doing this documentary, because then they would find themselves how laughable they are. Okay. But, the thing is that in that documentary, they're showing basically, that, it's some people that looks all excited, like, God has come to them and stuff like that. And basically, Oprah Winfrey is giving away free shoes. Okay. And it shows, how people are gathering outside the place. And, it's like all this excitement, the media surrounding this person. And what's so great with that person? Did he do something to help humanity or save people or something positive? No, he has bought the new iPhone. Okay. And, they're making a lot of jokes about how primitive the goldfish is all around the world. That basically just doesn't matter. You can take away their freedoms as long as they're looking at Super Bowl and having their potato chips and alcohol. They don't care if they lose all the freedoms that they have. Okay. As long as they can eat, shit, celebrate, and laugh, then they're all happy. Okay, they don't care about what's happening around themselves. And other thing that I wanted to talk about here is this lacking mentality that humans has, and the needy mentality that people has. And that's something that we in the True Vision of Peace, when I went out almost a year ago now, and start speaking to Ron, and then later with Dave Smith and with other people like Kev Baker's show and others, we wanted to wage a war on ignorance. We wanted to wage a war on financial tyranny. And we wanted the people to wake up and do the shifting changes in the life that is so much needed to change the paradigm that we have on the planet. And basically in doing that, okay, we have seen great results. Like we have been seeing in the pitch room going on and on, people with great projects, great ideas. And, some people probably have some problems with, writing down things, but they have great ideas, and they should not be disempowered just because they have some lack in some other sources. Then we have to go together, like in the symposium, to find ways that people can work together and cooperate and assist each other in the process of having the funds released for the projects. And it's a lot of people that I have to say that I have greatest respect for in the Peaches room. But then there's a lot of people that, contacts us out of the thin air, people that we even know for a long time, that still lives in the paradigm of lack and neediness. Okay. And, I wanted to talk about that, okay? Because in some cases, people that claim to be victims, okay? But in reality, they have, in some cases, even committed crimes and received fines and gone to prison. And based on that, they have bad financial situations and all this type of different incidents. And they need help. Now, the thing is this way. They have took a decision themselves to commit these crimes, to make these mistakes, and they feel themselves victimized. But in reality, they didn't need to drink before driving. They didn't need to do other things which could endanger lives of others. I don't believe that a drunk driver, by my opinion, is any victim at all. So I think that he should be beaten up, if you ask me, because he could even kill small children or injure other people in the traffic. Okay, for me, you will not find any sympathy if you are a drunk driver or a person that abuses or aggresses or endangers other people's lives. Okay, it's another thing if you have to do things in self-defense. That's a different thing. But if you are an obvious aggressor, okay, it's you will have no sympathy for me from my side. Now, on the side of this type of scenarios, okay, we have people that believes and lives in the paradigm, okay, that somehow people should always save them, okay. Now, by saving these people, sometimes you save them, and I've seen it so many times. We give them the funds, we give them the money, and after a few weeks again, they're asking for more money, after a little while. And in some cases, they don't even say thank you to the people that gives the donations with goodwill. They don't even do anything to reach out and to do any shift and changes so that they don't come into that situation again. No, they stay in the same lack mentality and the same needy mentality where personal people becomes their personal welfare givers other than the food stamps and other things. And what I try to say here with this is very simple, that what we are doing in True Vision of Peace is trying to empower people so that they can do projects, that they can do things, that they can open up their own business, that they can stand on their own legs and provide for themselves and their families and give back to the society. We are not a welfare agency. We are not here to give out handouts to needy people around the world. It's a lot of people that is needed. If someone is really in a dangerous situation, I always myself make sure to provide and help people. But the organized neediness that some people have, which I call the Goldfishes, which is also the poster boys for the Cabal agenda. Okay, now I don't want to say Cabal and people are going to say, oh, he's referring to the Kabbalah, he's referring to this. No, I'm referring to this group that has been called the Cabal, or leaders, or secret rulers in our countries that really loves you guys, that are the Goldfishes, that really admires all this needy people. Because the situation is this way, you look in the United States, what's been happening is that businesses like Walmart has made a system where they're giving people low salaries and that they have to go to get food stamps to survive. Mm-hmm. Why are they allowed to do this type of crimes? They have to, be able to work at one work and to be able to be parents and provide for themselves, pay their houses, their rents, and things like that. But still, they make the state, okay, borrowing money, taking things from taxes, borrow money from the family through the system, and keep people in a steady, desperation level where they are needy for each and everything, and the state has to go in, and the taxpayer has to pay. So it becomes a vicious circle, which creates the beast and its financial tyranny that we're looking at. Okay. Now, it's very important from my position here is that we are creating this grassroots level situation with funding the projects to bring people out of the paradigm of being needy, okay, and the lack mentality that so many people are living at. Now, when we go and look at it, these people are so needy for money, for doing things that what we call common sense, which we call it that is being normal as a human to do and to be able to do and be able to perform. Okay, but they're asking because they are so needy for this and this and this and that. But if that's the case, how come that you have brand new iPhones and brand new iPads and new cars and this and this and that? Okay, you have to learn, okay, how to use your funds in a proper manner. Most importantly is that you have clothes and apartment payments and food for money, which is the basic thing to survive. Okay, all these other luxurious goods, if you can't afford it, don't get it. Don't think that you have to be saved by other people. Other people also works every day. Other people always have to pay for the rents. Other people always have to pay for the cars and things like that. By their own contribution, they can live a different life. What makes you being a person that should receive welfare from other people by basically being stupid? Okay? Now, I don't say that every person on the planet is like this. What I'm saying that there's a lot of people that is like this. And you guys are the ones that contributes, okay, to the reason why we are where we are today, and why even people can have a depopulation agenda ongoing, rolling, and even agreed upon by some mad people, is because of people like yourselves. Now, I don't talk to everyone that's listening here, but I hope that people reflect on themselves in the mirror and think, does this sound like me? Does it sound like I'm doing these things? If you are one of these people, I want you to sit down, okay, reflect on yourself, try to see what you can do to change your life, how you can change other people's lives, put together a work schedule. Instead of going to the bar, spending $500 drinking and celebrating, and then go and be needy, maybe you should put some of this money in to learn to do a business plan, get yourself a project room, get yourself a business, so you can get yourself out of this mess that you're created for yourself, okay? And it's people all around the world, people that are extremely poor, where people live basically almost with nothing, that is working hard, struggling every day, and doesn't complain and doesn't ask for handouts and have pride and prideness. But the Cabal has been able to create a neediness and a lackness and an unshamefulness to demand welfare, okay, and even to ask for handouts like simple beggars to people. I think it's important that we all have to look into ourselves in the mirror, okay, and see what can we do to do the shift and change. How can we do to stop this type of paradigm? And I'm a person that supports these things by actually assisting these people. And this is what is the problem today, The problem is that we are, and myself is a victim, not victim, being the person basically that has been giving away money, giving away things to people, supporting people that basically doesn't need support, that are healthy enough to go out and earn money themselves and get themselves taken care of, okay? But the situation is this way. What we need to do is to learn and to teach these people to get out of this lack mentality and the neediest mentality, because that you guys who supports that by your own actions, in reality, are the poster boys for the Cabal, okay? When people talk about all these negative things, now you guys are standing into years and months of very hardships coming forward, all of us. Now it's time to do the shift and change and show that we are worthy to continue to live in the way that we do, and even better our living standard. And we all can do it together, okay? But we have to all look and see what can we do ourselves to do the shift and change and to do something that contribute back to society. Now, you other guys have started this symposium where people that are like-minded, that wants to help humanity, that wants to do projects, that has wonderful projects, and people have maybe some lack in some things, to where they can go together, work together, and basically work together to learn and assist and support each other, okay? And I respect people that takes this type of steps in their lives. You are the champions, okay? But there's a lot of goldfishes out there. And I know that some people are going to be very upset with me telling the truth, okay? And that basically is making up any form of excuse for yourself not to do the change, just to have hands out that you are such a victim and things like that. Reflect on yourself. Are you really a victim? Okay? Or are you actually a person that actually created all these things for yourself? And what makes it personally possible that you should receive support is a lot of people that is handicapped, okay, physically and mentally handicapped, okay, born that way or receiving it for injuries. We have veterans in many countries also that have been handicapped and traumatized, but still they're trying to work, still they're trying to survive, still they are having all my utmost respect for their contributions to society and for what they're doing, okay? But when two healthy people, okay, is making themselves needy and asking for hands out just because you're taking bad decisions in your life, you should be ashamed of yourselves, okay? And basically what you need to do is to find yourself a way, okay, where you can learn, okay, how to contribute and help. Now I want to talk about something else. It's supporting your family, okay? Supporting your elders, supporting your father, your mother, which is basically your human right. It's your right to do it. It's like it's stated that the paradise is on you, in front of your mother's feet. You should respect and honor your parents. You should follow them in everything that is good. Now you heard what I said, everything that is good. Okay, so you should not follow them in bad things. But you should help them. You should take care of your brothers and sisters. Support your family. Be a family. Why do you think all the people join the military services or criminal gangs? Because they don't have family figures. We have to learn to put back the family values into the families. And you are not a very special person if you do the basic things to take care of your family. Okay? So it's very important that you all do whatever you can to help your parents, to help your family members, and help your society. And people say, oh, the society have done nothing for you. If you really reflect on that, even the Cabal has done amazing things for you too. Be honest. Okay? It's not all bad things that they have done in the society, in the world either. They created a lot of beautiful cities. They created some infrastructure of welfare and stuff like that. But the infrastructure of welfare has unfortunately corrupted a lot of people. And that's the people which I call the goldfishes. The ones that are not able to remember more than 30 seconds after they heard something, and that are not ready to do anything to do the shift and change, who's just floating around, getting easily satisfied by just little tapping, and they're eating and eating. If you give them too much food, they're going to eat, so they die of eating even. Okay? And that is basically the mentality of majority of humans on the planet. So we have to ourselves become beacons to make that shift and change. Now you can, people ask why is the ambassador so upset about this, why he feels that he needs to bring these things up at this point of time. It's because I've been looking at this for a very long time. And I see the differences between the people that actually joins the workshops, that go and do the pitch presentation, the projects, who actually do something to change something in the world, and many other people that supports and do good things also around the world, not only in our own structure. I respect these people. I have the utmost respect for them. And when I see, like, for example, a beggar stands on his head for a few hours per day to give him some crowns, at least he's doing something. Okay? He's doing something to try to get himself some assets, but he's a almost complete handicapped. But who is the people that I call retarded? It's not the handicapped people. It's the people that chooses to become retarded and become slow and lazy and victimized, feeling like victims, when in reality there's nothing wrong with them. Okay? I'm not referring, when I say retards, I don't refer to people with handicaps. It's people that choose to become backward. Okay? And basically we need to set ourselves out of this whole thing. We need to do our best that we can together to change these things. Okay? And I believe that, we are now at this point of time when the projects actually is being done and funded around the world at this point of time. And I think it's important, to do the follow-up. And when I see all these positive things happening, and then I see all these complete messes going on, I thought it's very important that I needed to make this extra appeal to the world to wake up. Okay, and I think that if people really take it to heart, they know that what I'm saying is the truth. And sometimes truth hurts for people, but it's important to tell the truth as it is. And some people choose to make their own truth and want to make excuses for themselves. I'm not here to make any excuses for anyone. You know, I myself is not a perfect person, but at the same time, I'm at least reflecting on what I'm doing and trying to better myself and the life of all other people as much as I can. And I hope that this will be done by others and that we will all be able to contribute to a better society and a better world. Okay? This is what I wanted to say. And I wish you everyone finish a good continuation of this weekend. And I hope everyone had a good weekend. And again, I want to thank the people that joins the pitch room, that present the projects. You are the champions in my book. And I hope that more people take the same steps to try to do something to help humanity. And in some cases, you know, some people are maybe not born to be leaders. They're taught by the institutions. But I believe that everyone can be a leader if you set yourself free. Okay? So thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Well, thank you very much, Ambassador. Well, thank you. And thank you for tuning in to another installation of the Ambassador sharing what he has to say with us at all, and of course with True Vision of Peace. And we're starting a symposium this Wednesday, basically alumni of presenters. And we we had a preliminary gathering this last Wednesday, and the excitement is very high. And these are the heroes; these are the champions of building this better world that we all know. We can all smell it, we can see it, we can feel it, we know it's coming. Well, the people who we have been dealing with are definitely a big part of where the help is going to be coming from. So thank you for joining us again, and God bless you. Be well.